Okay, this video is about how to apply for pre-settled status for those family members of EU citizens who have pre-settled status or settled status themselves in the UK. So first is Google search. I always start on Google search and it says how to apply for pre-settled status as a family member in the UK. And as usual, you have to just click the official government website, which is gov.uk. And it says here, apply to the EU settlement scheme. So click on this one. Now, we already know that the deadline for applying for the for pre-settled status or settled status under the EU settlement scheme has already expired. The deadline's already expired in June 2021, but there are circumstances, there are cases where the deadline does not apply, and this relates to those family members who have joined the EU citizens in the UK after April 2021. So recently, somebody asked me, how do I apply for my child for pre-settled status? She came on a family permit 2 weeks ago, and so I am just showing you how it's done for those who are also struggling with the information and how to do it. So here we have this page, apply to the EU settlement scheme, and so here, who can apply? Okay, so if you click on that one, it says who can apply if you're a family member or EU citizen. But I'm going to click on applying to the EU settlement scheme. So we'll click on that one. So it says here, so like I said, the deadline for applying for most people was 30th of June 2021. Sorry, I misspoke earlier. I said April, but it's actually June 2021. No, I think I was right. Sorry. Okay, so it says you can still apply if that deadline did not apply to you. So if you click on that, the deadline doesn't apply. It says who has a later deadline to apply. Okay, so who has a later deadline to apply? It says for some people, the deadline of 30th of June does not apply. This is true if you're one of the following. So these are the cases where the deadline of June 2021 does not apply. And in most cases, it will be this one: the family member of someone from EU citizen, from EU, Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, or Liechtenstein, who was living here by 31st of December 2020, and you joined them in the UK on or after April 2021. Okay, so and also there are some circumstances here, and you just check whether or not that applies to you. So then you establish that you can apply and the later deadline applies to you, and so you go back to apply to the EU settlement scheme, and here you click start now. The first thing that we need to do to apply under the EU settlement scheme is to prove your identity. Okay, so it says you need an email address and a phone number, and it doesn't have to be the applicant's email address or phone number. It can be the sponsor, so don't worry about if it's a child and you don't have their email address or they don't have their own phone number. Absolutely fine. So if you're not an EU citizen or not an EU, EA, or Swiss citizen, you're going to need the following to apply to prove your identity: passport, biometric residence card, or biometric residence permit. Okay, in most cases, you'll need your passport. Okay, then you need to prove your identity. You check on this one, and also if you want to read this guidance on staying in the UK after it leaves the EU, check that as well. But for this purpose, we're going to click you need to prove your identity, and then it asks you questions. Are you in the UK now? Which is, if you are, then you click on that, and it takes you how you prove your identity. So there are 3 ways you can prove your identity. One is to use the app. Okay, so EU exit ID document check. You can download if you have iPhone or Android phone, and so you can download that. But this app only applies if you have a biometric residence card, which was issued to you, or if you have a biometric residence permit. Okay, so either of those. And then the other way is to book an appointment, to scan your identity document in person. And then the other one is you enter your details online, and then you send your document by post. And then if you send your identity document by post, the Home Office will return it signed for second-class delivery. If you're not satisfied with that, then you can choose book an appointment to scan your identity document in person. This is actually kind of a hassle because you need to book it to the nearest visa center where they take your biometrics. Okay, and you need to check which is closer to you, because there's not too many. If you live quite far from the visa center, then it may be quite a hassle to get there and maybe quite expensive. So you may be better off just entering your document details online and then send your passport or whatever document ID you need to send to the Home Office by post. So if you're going to on this third option, then you just click continue on this one, okay? And then how can we check your identity document? So if you've already done the if you uploaded the EU Exit app and you have followed the instructions there to prove your identity, then you click that one. If you've already booked an appointment, or you can enter your details and send your identity document by post. So for this purpose, I'm going to show you how you need to do the enter the document details online and send it by post. So click on this one. So there's the instructions, very clear. What you need to do is enter your identity documents. Then you need to take a photo of yourself and then upload it, and then complete the rest of the application and then send the identity document by post. So for this purpose, I will click continue. Okay, so if you change your mind and you don't want to use the sending your document by post, then you can click on this one. You use the app or you book the appointment. So click on this one. Now I've already, yes. So earlier I tried to create and answer some questions earlier. So this one is, that's why it says session timeout. But for the purpose, if you are going to use this for the first time, this session timeout won't be on your screen. Okay, this is because I tried to do that earlier, and that's why it's come up. But the questions that will be asked will be your nationality. So you enter your nationality, and then if you continue, it will ask about your passport number, your date of birth, your name, and so on. So these are the questions that you yourself know the information, and you don't have to use a lawyer to to complete this very simple form and very simple instructions. And if you have any questions regarding the application process of either the sending by post or app or appointment, then email for inquiries. Or if you want me to help you do this, we do it together online and via video call, and we will do it together if you're stuck. But it's a very straightforward application. You should be able to do it yourself without any problems or without any hiccups. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.